Hey there, and welcome into another exciting episode of A for Effort. I'm your host, Matt, and as always, we start off giving thanks to our unofficial sponsor of the podcast, AMC A-List. $19.95 a month gets you 3 movies a week at local AMC theaters in your area. Check AMC.com for theater listings and offer availability. On today's episode, that's right, we're breaking down the newest installment in the MIB franchise, Men in Black International. This is a reboot, this is a sequel, it's all the things that you look for when trying to keep a franchise going without its studs. Now, granted, don't get me wrong, they got 2 studs to take this movie on, but you think Men in Black, you think Will Smith, you think Tommy Lee Jones. Now, this one stars Chris Hemsworth and Tessa Thompson, and they're great. I absolutely love the two of them since their time together in Thor Ragnarok. They have great chemistry. They're able to carry this movie, but the plot, the story, is just a bit lackluster. It doesn't bring anything new to the Men in Black table. I like the world building. I liked that we got to go to London instead of doing it in New York. I enjoyed a little bit of Paris mixed in there. But I have to admit that, again, it just falls short to me. I think Men in Black 3 was the epitome of Men in Black. I love Men in Black. I love everything about the first 3, but Men in Black 3 in particular was just such a good movie and caught me by surprise. I wasn't expecting too much from it, and it just completely blew me away. Josh Brolin, Tommy Lee Jones, Will Smith, obviously. I mean, the movie was great. Like I said, Tessa Thompson and Chris Hemsworth do a great job in this. They have some great comedic moments, but I just was underwhelmed. I just didn't enjoy this movie as much as I'd hoped I would. I couldn't exactly put my finger on it. I was a little bored with the story. The action was okay, but there was just something about it that just didn't feel right. And maybe it is, there's no Will Smith or whatever, but there's something that just didn't mesh well for me. And that's rough because like I said, love this franchise. So for it to fall short was disappointing, to say the least. One thing that bothered me a bit while I was watching it was that they were rarely in their suits. Like, you're in the black suit, you're expecting Men in Black, and then it's just there's not. Chris Hemsworth barely in the suit for some of the movie, and I don't know, that bothered me a bit, but not so much. I mean, there was a couple heavy-handed comments about being called the Men in Black. Why are they called the Men in Black? Because there's women involved. I felt it was a bit heavy-handed. I didn't hate it, but I didn't enjoy it either. I felt like the villain of the movie, the Hive, just was kind of not what I expected. There was a great twist at the end involving one of the main characters that really was a good twist, but you can see it coming from a mile away if you just pay attention. I wanted to love this movie. I wanted to enjoy this movie. I just feel like they could have done something different, a little bit more out of the box than just a standard Men in Black film with nothing new to bring to the table. I just wish I could have gotten a bit more out of it. There's a great new alien character named Pawnee, voiced by Kumail Nanjiani. He was great. In fact, probably my favorite part of the whole movie. You know, you got to see your old favorites, the dog and the lanky aliens that like to drink coffee. They were in it for a brief second. O was back. Emma Thompson's character from Men in Black 3. You know, there's a subtle nod to the 2 times that the world got saved, even though technically he saved the world twice, first and the second time. Third time really was more a personal story for Will Smith, but he saved the world twice, but he's only immortalized in 1 photo. There's 2 photos, one of Tommy Lee Jones and Will Smith, and one of Chris Hemsworth and Liam Neeson for the 2 times the world's been saved. And I really felt like, well, that's odd because technically he saved the world twice, but again, not a big deal. I just wish I got more out of it because I wanted to love this movie. I want to love this movie. I want to get more Men in Black, but this might be the end of the Men in Black franchise, unfortunately, because it didn't do well at the box office. It kind of bombed. It had a $25 million open in the US. I just wish there was more to it. I really do. I wish we could have got more out of it because this franchise is great. I do love the Men in Black, and the idea behind the Men in Black is great. I just wish we could have got a better movie. I feel like they've been wanting to figure out a way to bring the Men in Black back, whether it's the 21 Jump Street crossover or this version with Chris Hemsworth and Tessa Thompson. Maybe if this movie had Will Smith even for the briefest of second, maybe it would have been better, but I just didn't love it. And for that, it gets an A for effort. I can't go any higher or any lower. You're right in the middle. It's just a movie. I just wanted more, and I didn't get it. And that is tough to say, because like I said, I love the Men in Black franchise. Like, subscribe, share, comment on all of our videos on YouTube. I'm also on Spotify, Apple, Google, anywhere podcasts are found. Check out our weekly show, The Geekly Effort, every Tuesday. Last week we talked about E3 and everything E3 had to offer. I have been your host, Matt. Come back to us next time on another episode of A for Effort, and we will have another quality movie review.